Last week on Thursday Night Therapy, our heroes continued their voyage north at a moderate pace considering their lack of crew. They had a long lunch with Mr. Croup where they discussed what the future might hold and what they planned to do next. It was agreed upon that they would head to Rickety's and leave with a squibbed ship, which they could then sell, and with the gold, buy a smaller, sleeker, faster ship. That way hopefully avoiding Harrigan's wrath, or at least giving themselves a decent chance of outrunning him, should he decide to hunt them down. Over the next few days, they identified a number of items in their possession, as well as ransacking the captain's quarters and finding Mr. Plug's stash of booty. Plug had now lost his ship, his crew, and now his gold, but Torrin and Devvie decided he still had more to give, and so visited him each evening in the bilges to see what else they could squeeze out of him. After 3 days, the man's promise reached Rickety's squibs, and soon agreed upon a deal. As work began on the soon-to-be Sea Breeze, our heroes, with little else to do, decided to relax as best they could in the oppressive heat of the slithering coast. But their plan of beer at the dockside was abruptly disrupted as they were joined by an enormous snake with the face of a human woman. Lani,
What?
there's a 15 hit.
Oh, okay, we are in it.
Holy
We are immediately jumping into it. So,
Okay.
as you, just as this rope breezed through your fingers, taking off the skin on the inside of your palm, water in front of you exploded, and out of the water, arching toward you, came this huge snake-like creature with the odd face of a human woman. It immediately lunges towards you and attempts to bite you. Does a 15 hit?
No, it does not.
Okay. I would like you all to roll initiative now, please.
Oh, man.
Wait, let me
Well,
just...
shit.
Let me just clear it. There we go. Okay. Initiative, please.
Shit.
Come on, initiatives.
Oh, yeah. Not too shabby.
Wait,
Good enough.
I've lost my window.
I'm a wizard, it's never going to be good.
Oh, 3. I rolled a 3. I got 6 initiative. I'm like so dexterous, guys. So dexterous.
Like totes dexterous.
Totally dexterous.
I am intrigued how you are the rogue and I'm the wizard, but alright.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Somehow our numbers
So-
should be reversed.
Des, that means you have the first move of the official turn.
Yeah, now, what the f is that? Right then. Right then. I've got a spear. It's a snake. Let's see how this works. Down there.
Your harpoon.
My harpoon, yes.
Your harpoon, yeah.
My harpoon. I'm gonna throw it, I'm gonna lob it, I'm gonna Eve it. So, throwing the harpoon is a thing I can do, isn't it? Boys and girls, yes. So to throw it, it's just a regular throw, isn't it? A regular attack.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's within 20 feet, so it's not a disadvantage.
Yep.
Make sure. Yes, lovely. Right then. Come on then. Yeah, I'm in character. There we go. There's a 16 here.
A 16 does hit.
Go on then, take 7 piercing damage.
7 piercing damage. Okay.
First blood.
First blood, yeah. So your harpoon sinks in, and the first blood you see is almost like a very dark, oily green colour, which seeps out between 2 of the scales that you've just pierced.
Ugh. Yeah. Nah, I don't like that. Use a free action to retrieve it. And that's my turn.
It returns at the beginning of your turn.
Okay then. Yep, no worries. That's it. It's me done.
Lanny?
So Lanny, having had this thing come up out of the water, looks down at his hands to see the almost like rope burn. Looks up, realizing what's just happened, that this thing's just missed him. And his eyes flick red, and Lanny would like to rage. He rages.
Okay.
And we'll take his. Let's do it this way. Go. Pulls out the maul. First attack will be. Where are we?
What?
Reckless with rage.
Rage.
That's 26 to hit.
That does hit.
13 damage. And having leveled up, Lanny will take a second strike.
Ooh.
God.
Reckless.
Oh shit! Yes, I've got 2 attacks. Oh bollocks! I forgot about that.
24 to hit.
That will also hit.
11 points of damage.
New level. Who dis?
Well, wait, what level are we?
5 level.
Oh, okay,
5.
yeah, no, I did get the memo. Cool. Oof.
And that will end my turn.
Okay. Wow. Okay. Now that you have attacked, you get a closer look at this. As you'll also see, the skin is quite almost saggy in places, slightly discoloured, and you can actually see a couple of sores and patchy areas of blistery-like skin. She's going to swim slightly to the side.
She's going to swim, is she?
Sibilantly
Swimming over.
slither through the slimy sloth.
And she rises up, and around the hood of her... It's called a hood on a snake, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
It'll do.
You see the air start to knisper and crackle. And much like Torrin is able to produce, you see a build-up of electricity. And from her face, in a direct line, which is going to go through Lanny and Des,
Uh-oh.
she casts Lightning Bolt.
Oh, fuck that!
Dex
Would
save.
you like to make your dexterities throw before or after you've seen the damage?
I'd like to do it. I'd like to do it before, please, Bob.
Yeah?
Yes. Dexter. Okay. Well, I'm a monk. I'm dexterous. Let's see how badly I fail.
So I
14.
That was a
take this with the. Yeah,
That was
I take this with
check.
advantage.
not a dex save.
Oh, was it? Oh, yeah, it was, wasn't it? It was, wasn't it? Oh, this is
I
gonna be
text-
worse now.
Yeah,
Yeah, you
Sean, I
use it.
take this with advantage because it's a scene.
Yep.
Scene thing.
Oh, that's bad. That's fine.
For a 13.
The DC was 14.
Oh,
It was.
Oh,
So, Des, you're taking half of this. Lanny, you're taking all of it.
Yep.
oh my god!
what? No. Was that a mistake?
I'm incredibly glad I saved because I would have died.
I'm sorry, what?
I'm good.
Yep. That's the damage.
I
crap.
really, really hope that has a recharge on it, and he can't do it every turn. Oof.
That is the end of her turn, though.
That's a big oof there. That is a large load oof.
So, Torrin, that brings us to you.
Okay.
Jesus.
Slightly perturbed by what she's just seen. She is going to fucking hell. Okay, that sent my plan completely out the fucking window. Okay, let's move up to here so I'm not in a line or anywhere fucking near it. So I'm going to go up to here and then along, using most of my movement. At the same time, shouting, "What the fuck is that?" And I am going to cast something. The fuck do I cast? What's its distance on me? 45. Okay. You see her pull out the diamond from her cloak and begins to spin it in a...
Sorry.
Yes?
Sorry, I've realised I did just roll too many.
Oh my god.
Okay.
Sorry, I looked at the wrong... I was looking at caster level and not spell level.
Right.
Don't tell us you add
1 second.
more.
Yeah.
No, I take off. I take
Oof.
off. I take off. Quite a few, actually.
That's good.
So I think I rolled 13 and I only should have rolled 8. So if I take off the last 5...
Yeah, that's a bit of a difference.
Jesus.
So what's that?
What did we-
10, 25. That's 25.
What in total?
You take off 25.
So rounding up for half.
Yeah. No, wait. So that means it's not 48. It's only... What, 23?
Okay.
Yeah.
So...
rounding up.
Yeah, just say Lani takes 24 and Des takes 12.
It's a bit better.
Lot
I
better.
looked at the wrong thing.
Dang.
Good God.
I'm alive.
Sorry about that. So, Torrin, sorry, I didn't mean to disrupt your spell.
No, it's okay. We can put it back to as she has that lightning bolt image seared into her mind. Someone else using it on us is not something she expected. So the diamond will come out, and in a little more of a fluid motion than you've seen before, as she's getting used to casting this particular spell. The diamond will begin to spin very quickly between her hands, and instead of the black lightning, there is going to be a flash of white and light blue as a sphere of ice from Chromatic Orb is going to slam into her chest. Cast at level 2. So, it's cold damage if it hits. It's 24.
It hits.
13 cold damage as this slams into its chest.
Okay.
A second level spell slot to do 13 damage. Not the best. And then that'll be her turn. As she's sort of looking at it, looking at everyone else, like, oh shit, okay, that's new. And then that's me.
Okay. So the Lani, you see that ice come over your shoulder. It breaks and rebounds off of her chest. Flakes off into the air. That brings us to Devvie.
Haha. Well. Let's have a look. I've got 30. So, yeah, Dev is going to move up to 15, 20, 30 up to there. And he is going to probably throw a dagger. Let me just check a second. Where's the thingy? You see Oh, I think I can use Insightful Fighting. It doesn't say it is specifically a melee attack or what, so I'm pretty sure I can use that at a distance as a bonus action. Let me just check this.
You mean in combination with a ranged attack?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't see why not.
Yeah, I can. Yeah, okay. So I am going to, as my bonus action, make an insight check against the creature I can see that isn't incapacitated, contested by the target's deception check. So please make a deception check. I'll make an insight.
Okay.
Wow, that's brilliant. Please do not... I rolled a 3, so that's 8 for my insight. Balls. Yeah, so I don't get that sneak attack. But I am going to take one of my daggers and throw it.
Don't you get sneak attack because
It's
it's in
engaged.
combat with an ally?
Is engaging
Yeah.
an ally?
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so I get that anyway. Cool. Alright then. Throwing a dagger. Does a 13 hit?
13 will not hit.
Ah,
I'm afraid not.
fair enough.
You just see the dagger plop into this ready, muddy water.
Okay.
It's gone.
Yeah, it's gone. Okay, I'll have to fish that out later on if I can. Right, so I wasted my bonus action on doing something I didn't need to do, so that is my turn. I believe. Wait a minute, I don't get 2 attacks, no, because I'm just a rogue. I'm just a lowly rogue. Still get my normal 1 attack.
Cause I'm just a rogue and just
So does that brings us to you, and
hello.
as if you so desire, as a free action, your harpoon will magically pop out of her wound and fly back into your open hand.
Get over here! And such. Right, okay, so I would like to, as I mentioned earlier, run up Lani's back, jump off her shoulders, and dive at the thing with my harpoon in hand. I do have, as a monk, I get unarmed movement, which means I traverse some surfaces without falling as I move, and I'm all sprightly and stuff. So is this like a acrobatics kind of?
Are you just running and jumping and attacking?
Jumping off Lani and like getting some height.
Oh, off Lani.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but give me an acrobatics check. I'm assuming it's going to be easy enough for you.
Oh, don't say
You
that.
tell that was rolled 3 in initiative.
Yeah. No. Excuse me. I had 18 initiative. It was my brother who had 3.
Oh yeah, never mind. Yeah, the other dexterous one.
Oh. So 11.
I was going to say it's a 10, so
Okay.
I'll say you just make it it's not as spectacular as you envisioned it in your mind, but you do get a foot up onto his lower back
Right.
as he's slightly hunched over, and you are able to elevate yourself enough to clear his head.
Cool. So very much like Matthew McConaughey in Reign of Fire, because everyone remembers that film. I'm gonna jump and basically stab downwards with both hands with the harpoon as I fly over her.
Okay, nice.
Oh, but it's gonna fail because I'm gonna miss because I overshot horribly.
Yeah.
So I'm basically gonna land down behind her splashing into the water.
Okay.
Spin around and...
There, actually.
Alright, okay. Spin around and attack again. Two-handed with harpoon. It's not disadvantaged because harpoons don't have disadvantage in water, is that right?
That's correct. This weapon you can use underwater as much as you like.
Wonderful. So two-handed attack again. 21.
That will hit.
Alright, so that's 8 piercing.
Lovely.
And then, as my bonus action, I will do an unarmed strike. There it is. Ooh, that's going to miss anyway. It's a flail in the water.
Pretty sure that misses, yeah.
Yep, alright, that's my turn.
That would bring us to Lani.
Sorry, I have to just say something really quickly. It's so fucking weird, Troy, that you mentioned Rain of Fire, because I was literally thinking about that film today. And like, no one ever thinks of that film after they've seen it, so... Synchronicity.
You fucks are so old.
Shut up, man.
I can say that, I'm the only one under 30.
Shut your pie hole.
I heard your bottle's ready.
Hi. Yeah? Yeah? Come on then, old man.
Change your nappy or something. I don't know. You kids with your TikToks and your Fortnite.
Oh, God.
Anyway, carry on, sorry.
Yay!
As you were.
So Lani, after having taken a full thunderbolt, is physically smoking and slightly singed, slightly black sort of ashy mark across his shoulders. But again, he looks up and he takes that swing with the maul, and he's going reckless.
Right.
That'll be a 21 to hit. Oh no, sorry, 26 to hit. Even better. 12 damage. Keep rolling ones on these. Terrible.
Yeah, can you cancel that out, please?
Yeah, and second attack, the same again. That's a 17 to hit. With another one! So 11. So 12 and 11.
11?
Damage. Yeah.
Wow. Tell me how you do it, man.
Oh, God, shit.
Whoa.
So it's first... So he's there, like I say, he's there smouldering, and his eyes go a deeper shade of red. He takes the first swing, smashes it straight in the chest, and as he follows through, he just twirls it round his head in the same arc, just aimed straight for the face this time, and
Yes.
crashes its skull in as his namesake.
Okay, and as you do so, she falls back into the muddy water and slips below the surface.
Big oof.
That went rather quickly.
You know what, laddie? I would not recommend jumping in salt water when you got lightning burns on you. It fucking hurts.
Well,
Ow.
Yeah.
Ow.
Jeez.
Ow.
Lanny off
Everyone all
stand, pulls Dev up.
Lani, you took the brunt of that, mate. You okay?
It was a bit close. I'll be right across the body, yeah. A bit. I'm still tingling.
That's the hell. Hang about. I lobbed my dagger in there. I'm going to need that back. And Dev just like jumps in, starts looking for his dagger. Yeah.
Just to be clear, the water is deeper than you are, and you have a visibility of virtually zero.
That's all right. I figure we've got some time to kill while we're waiting for our boat to be. Yeah.
Okay,
And I've got that ring of swimming, so.
that's true. But it will take you a while.
Okay, that's fine.
Even though you know roughly where it is,
Yeah.
you're going to have to be diving down a few times.
I also have another
to
idea.
Get your hands on it.
I like go back up to the surface. Like, get that crate of beer, put it up on the jetty, and take the rope. And then I go down with the rope and try and find the body of this thing and tie it. And then come back
Okay.
up and start getting everyone to haul it up.
Okay.
Lanny.
Then I'll put it back on the dog.
Thank you.
Ah!
So by this time, quite a few people have kind of walked over to see what the hell just happened. I mean, they heard quite a commotion, and now they're seeing this. Well, and they would have heard an incredibly loud crack of lightning. And now they're seeing this thing being dragged out of the water. Rickety actually is walking up to you, looks very flustered. What the bloody hell is going on here?
I hope this isn't one of your friends.
No, they... What the fuck? Don't usually get them this far down, close to the sea. Whoa. The fuck was she doing here?
Well, at least tell
Trying
us
to
what
eat
the
us.
fuck it is first.
Oh,
How often do you see these things?
Like I say, they usually stay far upriver. You don't really get them this close to the seawater. I've no idea what convinced her to come this far out.
I'm going to reach a hand towards Lanny's burn across his shoulder and just tap a cure wounds onto him. 4 points. So fuck all.
Thank you.
Well, you can fuck off and all. I wasted a spell slot on that.
Lanny does go, oh yeah. Oh, that feels a little bit better. Thank you, Torrin.
That's all right. That was an interesting one.
I have several questions. As my first of them is, why was the snake able to shoot fire? Lightning.
Lightning,
Ow, my head.
clearly.
I don't know much about them, but I know that they're magical creatures. They're able to cast quite powerful spells.
You don't fucking say.
Yeah, we're lucky that you very rarely see them even close to here. I don't know why.
I consider myself blessed.
Well, good job you took care of it. I mean,
Now,
I mean,
from what I'm-
we're tougher than we look, and we already look kind of tough. If I do say so myself.
from what I'm hearing, you're suggesting that there are more of these things.
the slithering coast is a vast expanse of.
Hold on, I get it now.
coastal
Slithering, snake. Right, okay.
Anyway, if you go deeper into the jungles, far upriver, then yes, you get quite a few of them about, although nobody really knows, and it's not a particularly well explored area. It's just very dense jungle. So, but aye, there's quite a number of them up there, as far as I know.
And are they a danger to you and your settlement?
Well, no, as I said, I've not seen one myself for years because they generally don't come this far down the river.
Oh.
I don't know what's attracted this one to come out this far.
I mean, is its body useful at least? Because fuck, this thing smells.
No, not really. It'll just dissipate into nothingness, and then apparently they come back. They regenerate somehow. I don't really understand it.
Oh.
Oh, well, that's creepy.
I mean,
I think
is this one going to jump up and try and bite our faces again, or how do you kill them then?
Well, I don't think so. Well, no, I believe that they die. It's just they kind of like reform themselves after a while. I don't rightly know.
Maybe we should burn it. Have a big old fire. Chuck it on a fire. There's not much that can come back from ash.
I'm slightly concerned. Now, if Matey Boy here is saying that they don't normally come down this way, he's wondering what might have drawn it. What if they're not being drawn? What if they're being drove?
got flushed down towards the, yeah. Rickety, you haven't attracted the ire of anyone who might want revenge recently, have you?
Oh, no, I don't really have any problems with anybody. I'm a friend to all who come and pay their dues. Besides, who could control such creatures as to send them after me?
Well, you know.
What if they're not being controlled, and what if they're being scared?
From what? It's a pretty scary creature. I don't know what would have to be even more scary than this to scare that away.
That's a worrying thought.
Yeah, I don't really want to be near this thing anymore, so I'm gonna... And I've grabbed a beer. I'm gonna go this way now. Yeah, thank you.
Well, I reckon...
Look.
Torrin is
Maybe-
just not interested in being anywhere near that fucking thing.
Rickety's actually starting to look a little bit worried now, and you see him glancing into the jungle. But then at some point he just shakes his head and he's like, No, I'm not going to put too much thought into this. Look, it's been bloody hot this year, and we've had no rain. It's dry. Probably the rivers are drying up upstream, and it's pushed her down.
Well, that would make sense. If they're going thirsty, it would make sense that they would come downstream to where the rivers are bigger, or maybe they even want to drink the salt water. I don't know.
Yeah, everyone knows land-based creatures love to drink salt water.
Well, if it's the only source of water that's around, because there's a drought, you know, who knows what madness would cause something to drink that. Or maybe she wanted the beers, because, you know, thirsty. I don't know. It was the beer that we were trying to get out of the water when it happened.
I remain unconvinced.
Well, regardless, I think we can't relax quite as much as we thought we was gonna. We should probably set up a perimeter patrol.
You see one of the bottles of beer begin to float and go past you guys towards Torrin as the invisible servant that I cast just beforehand picks it up and carries it over to me. Nope, not going on the dock again. Nope, not at all. That's weird. Just muttering to myself as this beer floats to me and I grab a second one.
I tell you what, Rickety, how about me and my crew will act as a impromptu patrol / guard, because you don't want any more of these buggers coming in the night and taking any of your staff, do you?
Yeah. However,
no, of course not.
I mean, now obviously, as my brother just said, that we are willing to provide our services here to give some sort of perimeter guard. Now, we wouldn't ask for remuneration immediately. However, if anything was to maybe a small discount off of what we may have paid, we could be knocked off of the price of the ship that is currently being serviced by your good self. We would not be adverse to accepting such an offer. Just putting that out there.
At this, you see his eyes start to narrow. And he suddenly looks quite suspicious of you.
You can look as suspicious as you like, mate. I didn't conjure a fucking snake monster out of the water so I could try and rip you off,
hang
right?
on. I mean, I don't know. I don't know. You didn't attract this thing here deliberately to try and enact some sort of pantomime to reduce your...
Pantomime, yes. Look at these fucking lightning scars on my arms. Do they look like pantomime? I'm in a severe amount of pain here, and my temper is quite short as a result. Now, I was merely suggesting that if you were feeling generous, you might want to knock a little bit of money off of the bill for us, A, taking care of this snake, and B, offering to take care of any other snakes that might pop up. But, if that's your attitude, you can go fuck yourself.
Fine.
this whole time, Lanny's been just a sort of investigating almost this monster. Can I make an attempt to try and draw some sort of poison from this monster, which I kind of gather it does have?
Give me a. Yeah, give me a.
Do you want it as a nature or survival?
Yeah.
Which one?
Survival.
I'll take either.
That'd be a
Ooh.
19.
Nice.
That ain't bad.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, you know what a snake is, and you know that a lot of them are poisonous. And if you're assuming this one is, you have a rough idea where some poison glands might be.
Yeah, so I would like to try and extract some poison from it. I've got a poisonous kit, so I essentially collect them in a vial of some kind. Corkscrew in it.
Okay.
And can I attempt to snap one of the? I guess it's a snake monster. To try and snap one of the teeth off.
You can, but they're fairly thin and brittle. They look almost glass-like, almost semi-translucent.
Mm.
But you're welcome to break one off.
Okay. A check for that.
No, just for removing a tooth. I'll let you have that. You have time. You're not under any pressure, unless you broke it. Do you know what? Give me sleight of hand. Give me sleight of hand.
Right. Maybe a 14.
Nice.
That's okay. You managed to get it out. As I said, as you're doing so, you realise this isn't like you're not. It's not like a tooth from well, it's not like your own teeth. It's almost more like cartilage than actual.
It's like a snake's fang.
Enamel.
Quite,
Yeah.
cartilage.
Yeah. But no, so you have a tooth, and you have. I'll just say you have a dose of naga poison.
Once he's done that, I would like to harvest its lightning glands, please. I've got a little glass vial here. Do you want to take out one of those glands and squeeze it into a vial?
You're welcome to try.
Wow. You know where that is.
What kind of skill would you want from that?
Wow, I mean, it's that's the whole point. Do you actually? Is that what you're actually looking for? Yeah, give me a nature.
I'm quite interested.
Give me a nature
Lanny
check.
steps away. Let's go.
Nature, okay. 8.
Yeah, that's. I think it's low enough to say you're digging around. You don't exactly know what you're looking for, but you find some sort of like organ, and you think, oh, that might be the right one. And you're welcome to give it a squeeze.
You're going to get squeezed.
Yes, I will squeeze the unidentified organ.
So, it's mostly this like dark green, oily blood. It's slightly frothy in places, almost.
Oh my!
But you squeeze it out and collect it in something.
Okay. So what should I list that as? A frothy green liquid.
Yeah.
Please
Just
don't
frothy
make
green
me
liquid.
do that.
That's for the moment, yeah.
All right. I'm gonna brew it into a beer.
Yeah, I was gonna say Des is gonna make alcohol from this.
Right. Come on, then, you lot.
I've just had a great idea.
Let's lug this.
I
up
might make
the
like
beach.
a random table of effects from random ingredients you find for your beer.
Liking that.
You
It's
make
like a wild beer table.
What I was going to say, wild brewers list.
My God.
Yeah.
Crazy.
The
It'd be funny.
fucking nutty things that are going to come out of that.
Oh yeah.
Oh, shit.
This is like when you equip the enemy skill material in Final Fantasy VII, and you purposely get hit by things to like try and absorb their skills. I'm just going around harvesting random bits from different creatures to see what happens if I turn it into a beer.
Jesus.
I'm here for this. I'm here for this 100%.
Oh my god.
Got a rage sack from a giant crab thing we killed.
You've got a what?
Do you know
Rage
we
sack.
killed those big crab thing, big lobster men.
Yeah.
Claws.
I pulled out one of the things when we were back in the kitchen, which was
Yeah.
like the thing that makes them crash when they die. So I've got one of them.
Oh, right. Okay, yeah. So a rage sack. What the fuck is a rage sack?
Well,
yeah, no,
That's why I've got it
that.
listed in my inventory. Rage sack.
Rage sack. I like it.
Should we drag this up onto the beach, find somewhere that ain't close to any trees, and set it on fire? Yeah.
Always up for a good fire.
Right, let's do that. Don't want it coming back to life. If old Rickety says that they regenerate, we don't want that.
I think you might be misunderstanding, bruv. But I'm up for it. I'll burn it.
Right, let's just not take any chances. Let's burn it. I guess, yeah.
Okay.
Bring it up somewhere and find a clearing.
I'll just put it here for the moment.
Yeah.
Plonk. So yeah, as you do so, like a number of the workers are coming over. I think just about all of them comes over at some point to have a look at what you found and what you're doing.
Have our crew noticed that anything's happened?
Yeah, of course. Your crew too are coming over to look. The workers will be sent back to work by Rickety as soon as he sees them not working. But your crew definitely comes to check out the ones that are around. Some, not all of them, but they do approach.
I think.
Sandara.
Yeah, carry on.
Sandara comes out of the common house and sees this thing. He's like, "What the hell is that?
Snake.
Are you sure it's got a face?" She's pointing at the face.
Yeah, it's a bit disconcerting.
Oh,
It's a face snake.
it's a bit. It's weird.
That's
You
what
sure?
word for it.
Lightning ball at me and Dev.
Yeah.
Oh, that shot the light. Well, we heard. We thought there was a storm coming. We assumed it was just lightning. Bloody
You're right.
hell.
It was.
Almost in the face.
Yeah. It's got So for what you've decided, what we have discovered so far is that it is a snake. It has a lady's face. It has poisonous fangs, and it shoots lightning.
All of which
Okay.
is incredibly disconcerting.
Yeah,
Yeah.
don't like it.
Yeah.
And apparently they reform once they're dead.
I don't think that's what he said. I think he meant that like they die here, they dissipate, and then they kind of respawn back in their nest area.
Well,
I
that's-
mean-
Sounds.
Well, kind of. Well, the only thing I know that can do that is Zima. And I'll poof her into existence out of my coat. If Zima dies, I can recast the spell that creates her and she is formed again.
Maybe this is some sort of like natural version of that.
That's very weird.
Or
Very
unnatural.
interesting,
Ooh.
but I don't. No, it's not interesting enough for me to want to look at its face. It's too weird. It's too creepy. Yeah,
Oh, anyway.
you do what you want with it.
Dev just starts like building a fire underneath it while everyone's talking. He's like, "Nope, don't like it. Gonna burn it. Go on, catch fire, you bastard."
Yeah, I'm gonna let you do that. I don't need to be here for that. And Torrin's gonna walk away, sort of have a little wander.
I think after I've done this, whether it actually does set fire or not, I don't know. But after I've done that, I'm gonna choose a building that's kind of overlooking the tree line behind us. And climb up onto the roof and just kind of get comfy there and start keeping a watch on the tree line.
Okay.
Yeah, so whilst he's done that, I'm going to turn to Sandora and say, so, you might want to tell the rest of the crew this, just in case. So, according to Rickety over there, these things live up in the jungle, quite deep, don't normally come down this way. However, obviously, this one has come down this way and has turned up in the water, and no one seems to know why. So, there's a distinct possibility that we might be joined by other of its type. They might already be in the water for all you know, or they might be on their way down to find out where their cousin's gone. So, as such, we are going to form a perimeter, can have a look around, make sure we don't see any more snakes coming in whilst we get the ship sorted out. Can you tell the rest of the crew just to keep an eye out, please? That would be much appreciated. And also, if you see a snake, just kind of shout. Yeah?
Yeah, of course. She nods.
Right. And I don't want to impose or anything, but I don't suppose there's any chance if you do your finger wavery, glowy, make my skin not be burning anymore, please?
Oh, sure. 1 second. I just need to find my token. Oh, there I am.
What's a token?
A symbol.
Just need to pull that up and then I can do it off of that. Bling!
Oh, that's lovely. Thank you very much.
Fucking show off. That's me. That's not Torrin. That's me.
I'm choosing to believe that Torrin said that.
Well.
Sandara just shrugs and turns. And
Thank you, my love. Much
almost
appreciated as always.
skips back to the common room. Oh, and she turns just as she's entering the porch. She turns back. And says, oh, by the way, Kroop's made a lovely meal again. It should be ready soon.
Does it bound to happen eventually? I'm sure let the other
So-
say.
Lani nudges Des. Says, "Oh, Sandora must like you. Do fuck up for me."
I mean, I asked.
Oh, do we have to ask?
I mean, generally speaking, if you are in pain, other people can't tell that unless you're actually, physically bleeding out or something like that. I just happen to, I'll be a bit more forthright when it comes to this kind of thing. If I'm in pain and someone is nearby that can stop me from being in pain, I will ask them to stop me from being in pain.
I mean, I'm okay. You shrug off most things, but did singe a little bit. Still smoking. Look,
Well, you know.
points to his shoulder, which is still smoking.
I mean, I just thought that was the smell of your burning loins, Lanny.
Uh,
But yeah, I would
maybe
suggest
I should ask. Maybe
that would probably be best. Yeah, you don't ask, you don't get. That's what I've often found in this life. Sometimes, when you ask, you have to do it at knife point, but obviously not in Sindara's case. That'd be rude.
Lanny will skulk off with his kind of head almost in shame slightly. Follow after Sandara to ask.
You go and ask her?
Yeah.
She says, oh, Lani, of course. Sorry, it's just, I don't know, your skin is so tough, can't really see that you've been hurt, and yeah.
Thought the smoking gin might have shown it. Thank you.
It's like a kid that's just been given a candy bar. Thank you. Skipping away.
I'm not in torment anymore. Yay!
Amazing.
Then goes back to guard the Naga snake woman.
Okay.
Did,
So as the Naga go on.
Sorry, I was about to say, did Dev actually manage to catch it on fire?
Yeah, I mean, there's enough dry wood around here. I mean, and tons of wood shavings It's wouldn't be that difficult to get a fire going. A decent sized one, in fact, that you can put this thing on. It has a bit of an odd smell as it's burning. Not something familiar to you at all. It's almost like that weird smell of burnt hair, but not quite that. Yeah, it's a very, very strange smell coming off of it. But as the day goes on and the evening arrives, the workers slow down their work, but the rest of the day is uneventful. And Devvie, from your perch up on the roof, you don't see any other signs of any more of these snake creatures or anything else for that matter.
Okay, cool. Good. Right.
And
Just means you didn't see him.
as evening approaches, the workers simultaneously stop working and all enter the common house, where you're also invited to join.
Nice. Okay.
And if you go inside, you'll see there is a large area. There's many, many tables and chairs. This is obviously like some communal eating area. There is a kitchen in one corner, and Croup is there with an elderly-looking halfling woman with almost pure white hair, which flows down most of her back, barefoot, and he is chatting and joking, and you can see now, like off of the ship, like amongst people, you get the instant feeling like, oh, this is one of those guys who can just go into a bar and just start talking to people, and then by the end of the night, he do you know what I mean? He knows everybody's name and he knows all their stories. You know what I mean? So he's doing his stuff there. He's chatting away. As I said, the people they grab some food and they start to eat, and you're of course welcome to join them. You do notice there is a small, almost shop area in this common room as well, where you can get some any mundane items that you require. You seem to have a few odds and ends that might be interesting. But other than that, the food is eaten, and then some drinks come out, some more beers, and then this eating area kind of transforms into more of a leisure area. And there seems to be a quite extensive group of workers who enjoy gambling, and Concubar and Tally, of course, immediately latch onto that and start to get involved in quite a decent-sized card game. Rosie has managed to find what looks like 7 halfling men. They all look fairly similar, and they all seem to be getting on a storm with her. I think Concubar would be a little jealous, but I think he's too busy with his cards to notice. So, is there anything you want to do specifically here?
Yes, please.
Mm-hmm.
Am I able to purchase any yeast, grains, or cereals in order to make some sort of brew with?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, I think the chance that they've got something there is relatively high.
Okay.
If they're making their own breads and things.
Okay. So I will grab a bottle, because I've actually been reading my brewer supplies list now properly, and whenever I make a brew, it's basically enough for one bottle. So I'm not like I'm making a barrel or anything like that. So it's not a great deal of liquid or stuff that I need. But it is 30 gold's worth of stuff, so I will knock that off of my sheet.
We'll just say that they have enough for whatever you want.
Lovely. So I'm not actually going to use the green foamy liquid first, because I've just found something else in my inventory which I want to use first as a random ingredient, DM. So I need to make 2 wisdom checks: one when I make it, and one when I decant it. One when I boil it, and one when I ferment it.
Okay. Are you
Right.
wanting to do that this evening? You're starting, yeah?
Oh yes.
Okay.
Yep. So I'm gonna start
So, and
boiling up. Sorry.
You have to make both make both for it to work, yeah?
Yeah, so I've got to boil the mash first. So once I gather the ingredients, I can begin creating and boiling the mash over the course of a short or long rest. Once your grains and spices are properly prepared, you must then make a wisdom check. The DC is determined by the recipe, but this is going to be a recipe that is going to be made up on the spot, so you will need to determine the DC for it in order to properly prepare the mash. On a fail, you brew the beverage, but it doesn't have any effects. And then after preparing the mash, I must then filter it out and add my special fermenting vat, which is part of my brewer supplies. And then after a certain amount of days, it finishes fermenting, and then I make another check to see whether it worked or not.
Okay.
All right. So I'm going to start boiling up the cereal grains and all of the other doodahs and whatnots. So that will be my first check.
Okay.
All right. So
Just make the roll now. I'll write down what you get, and then
Okay. All right.
I'll tell you at the end whether it's worked or not.
Okay.
Oh no! Oh, dude.
I apparently got the most rotten of cereals and grains to do this with. That was a natural 1.
You have poured boiling water onto your crotch.
Yeah. Whoa.
Yeah, I'm going to say you end up spilling most of it.
Right. I mean, if that is the case, I will probably wait until the next day and try it again.
And try again. Yeah, fair
Yeah.
enough. You don't have to
Yeah.
spend 30 gold each time you do that, right?
I don't know. I mean, it just says, oh, the brewer supplies cost 30 gold. Oh, the actual kit, which I already have, costs 30 gold. So, yeah, it'll be up to you what the actual price of the stuff is.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, you can keep it at 30, but I would say for that much, you've got enough to try for, I don't know. I will, I need to read through that document again, and we'll sort that out in the week.
Yes.
But for now, you've got more than enough to just have multiple tries.
All right. Would you like to know what the random ingredient is now, or when I add it later?
When you add it later?
Yeah. Well. Okay,
No,
so first-
well, you're going to want to use it again, right? So no,
Yes.
don't tell me yet.
Okay.
Don't tell me yet.
Right. I'll wait until the next morning and to do another one.
Okay. All right. So, anybody else like to do anything?
Dev's good with
You're
just
just free.
sitting back and.
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to assume that you do a little bit of relaxation, a little bit of socializing, a little bit of chat. You know what? I'm going to bring this up now then. You have the opportunity each time you make. Is it called port?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
Each time you
landfall.
make port, yeah, and you spend at least 24 hours at a place, you can have one of you make a check to perhaps tell a story of your adventures or share some information or something. Perhaps plant the seeds of infamy.
Legend.
Yeah. And this is basically, I will be keeping track of this in the background. Basically, how well known you are. And it will be partly based on the things that you actually do.
Mm.
But you have the opportunity, whenever you make a port, to make a check just to see if you can maybe
Embellish.
bump that up a little bit. Yeah.
Okay. I can't immediately think of any. I need to go away and think about this for our next encounter at port.
I can kind of think of one now.
You can
Go
did you
and
say?
try it.
Yeah. If no one minds me taking the spotlight for a second again.
Go for it.
Right. So, gather round, my friends. I've got a tale to tell you. Now then, who here is a bird of a reef claw? No, obviously wait for a bit of audience participation. Right, reef
Yeah,
claws,
so-
they stand 9 feet tall. Giant monstrosities they are. Giant claws snip your head off before they even look at you. Well, us four, we were sent out to try and find some food. Came across a reef, looking around. This reef claw comes right behind me, grabs me around the waist, and drags me down underwater. I thought it was done for. I thought it was all over. Then, my colleagues here come down after me, get me out of his claws, bring me back to the surface. I was half dead. In fact, I thought I was dead. I was taken back to the ship, and at this point I walk over to where Sendara sat, put my hands on her shoulder, take her back to the ship, and this lovely lady, this godlike being herself, she brought me back from the brink, brought me back to life. Enough so much, jumped straight back in the water, swam back out to the reef. At which point, I got that lobstrosity, got in headlock, got it up, brought it up. Lanny got his... What do you have? Knives, yeah, fist knives, things, yeah, pokey things. Stabbed it in the chest, stabbed it in the stomach, gutted it, guts everywhere, blood all through the water. I'll tell you what, lads, we ate well that night.
Nice.
Nice. There are a few cheers and chuckles and claps when you end. Could you make a performance check for me, please?
I certainly can.
Please don't roll a 1.
I've already done one. 10.
It's a good performance.
It's
I
not.
mean,
a
I do
one.
have a, I
Not
do
bad.
have, I do
You got a
have
good modifier.
I mean, I do have a very wet, poorly crotch right at this point for pulling boiling water on it. So
But no, it's not bad. I mean, it's a fairly interesting story for most of them, and it does seem to spark now, like others. Like, I saw a reef claw once. My cousin's face got eaten by a reef claw, and there's nothing. I saw a shark, and then the next half an hour kind of develops into this. Who's seen a bigger, more dangerous sea creature, and who's got the biggest scars to prove it? Yeah. But yeah, I think you can do that every night. Yeah. So that's your try for today. And as I said, I will be keeping track of that in the background, and it will affect you as you travel around the Shackles.
I like it.
Sounds pretty good to me. I've got a couple of ideas for some stories at some point.
Now, there is something else, but I think I'm going to leave that for the moment. We'll do that at the end of your stay, I believe. So, is there anything else you would like to do?
I would be probably playing with Zima a little bit, but I would also be keeping an eye on Rosie. Getting her to land for the first time after her losing her leg, seeing how she is coping.
Yeah.
So just a subtle eye towards her.
She seems alright. I mean, you made her like a crutch, and she's a physical girl, so she's getting on alright without the leg. And I mean, she seemed a little bit down, but now you see her, she seems happier than she's been for a long time. As I said, she's getting on a crack with these guys, and they're having a laugh and a joke. And I'm sure at some point she'll get out her fiddle, and all of these halflings will put on some sort of performance of song and dance of halfling songs from their hometowns.
Sounds pretty good.
So yeah, as I said, she seems quite happy.
Very wholesome. Dev's actually this whole acting like a normal person thing is incredibly draining. And his energy is like, so he'll be the guy that's always sat at the back, just like casting an eye over everything that's going on, but not particularly participating.
So right next to Torrin, then.
Shit. Sorry, I've just got a cramp in my leg. That I have no idea why that is happening. Right, sorry. Oh, Jesus Christ.
Even the thought of being sociable makes him actually have physical pain.
That was excruciating. Ow. I don't even know why that happened. I'm just sitting in my computer chair. Fuck.
Because you're old.
Fuck you, buddy.
While Nadz having his cramping fit, is Sean, is the owlbear in the inn, whatever you want to call it, the pub with us?
Yeah, he would have come in. He's been. I think Sandara's been looking after him when Torrin's not around. He just seems a little, slightly bewildered.
Yeah,
I think this is a change of locale for him, and also just I think the fact that he's basically being allowed to walk around and do what he wants. He just doesn't seem to quite know what to make of it. But he's also quite like. He almost seems like he doesn't just like. I don't know how to put this. He seems quite cautious in everything he's doing. Like it's almost like he's asking himself, "Oh, am I allowed to do this? Am I allowed to go here? Am I allowed to stand here?" That's what I mean by he just seems a bit bewildered.
Yeah. Okay. So at some point, Lanny will go over to him, take him an ale, a beer, whatever. Just eat next to him, and just share a drink with him. And at some point, Lanny pops one of the beads on his necklace, and out pops his little rat friend, and he runs through Lanny's hands and just see what the owlbear thinks to it. And he leans across to him and said, Owlbear, this is my little friend. He's very special to me, so we treat him very nicely, and he helps us out. He could be your friend too if you want.
He's looking at this thing quite fascinated. Actually, he's probably not seen a rat like this close to like a human. But I mean, he would have seen them on the ships, but they're usually much more wary of human presence. I think he's quite fascinated to see one this close, and he kind of lifts up like this big fat finger, and he doesn't poke it, but just like very very softly with his finger. Like it's not exactly a stroke, but it's just like touching it slightly, just to see.
Oops!
Just to see, almost like he just wants to see what it feels like on his finger. You know what I mean?
Mm.
But he seems quite amused. The rat doesn't.
Yeah.
The rat doesn't look too happy.
I haven't quite worked out what to call him yet. I'm trying to think of a name. He's helped me out a few times now. But he can be your friend too.
Owlbear.
I can't call him Owlbear, can I? That would be a bit weird. You'd be Owlbear, he'd be Owlbear. It just wouldn't work.
He just grins. He stops poking it, and he like lowers his head down so like his eyes are level with it, and gets quite close. You can just see him like raising and lowering his eyebrows, just to see if the rat will react to him.
Sorry, I'm still in quite a lot of pain. Yeah, but I think it's subdued to the point where I might actually be able to rejoin the game.
Oh man,
Jesus! It was like a muscle at the back of my thigh, and it's like it's one muscle, and it's jumped out like further than all of the other muscles in my leg. There's this massive ridge all along the back of my thigh. It's horrible. But anyway.
Anywho.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, so
welcome
much pain.
to the WebMD section of the show, where we discuss what is wrong with Nadz. Physically, as opposed to mentally, because that would take far too long.
Yeah, no, mentally that'll take years to pick apart, but physically, who knows? All I wanted to say before was Dev will be the guy that sits at the back observing the whole thing, and he'll always be the guy that takes an early night. Unless, wait a minute, all of the Squib's crew are off the boat, aren't they? At night time.
Yeah, I mean, work would have basically stopped on it, so there's not likely to be anybody on there.
Oh, okay. So yeah, he'll always sneak out early and go to work on plug for a little while before bed.
Okay.
It's kind of like his nightly
Okay.
routine now.
So as you go on the boat, you immediately see that they've made some drastic changes. It's as if they spent the first day just removing things.
Yeah.
The rigging has been completely removed, and anything like a rail, a door, and parts of the bow and aft have been completely removed. The windows at the back have all been completely removed. It's in parts. It's almost just like the skeleton of what it once was, and it's only as you get deeper into the ship that you becomes more familiar again to you. And of course, down in the bilges is untouched. You do see though they've started to make repairs on the hull in the hold. But as I said, down in the bilges it's untouched, and you will find Mr. Plug down there.
If I notice Dev leaving, would also slip out to join him in this particular endeavour, as I have been accompanying him each time.
Yeah.
Okay.
But that's all
Fair
that
enough.
Dev will do.
Okay. So if no one wants to do anything else, I will bring this evening to a close. As you're all allowed to make rest. As I said, there are some sleeping areas. There's plenty hammocks and bunks. And you're free to take one as you desire. And sleep. And get your rest.
Long rest.
Yay.
Long rest.
Are you all on full?
Yeah.
I will be now.
Yeah.
We'll be after this.
Okay.
I only have to get my spell slots back.
Yep.
Which is pretty good for a wizard.
You need to roll, Richard?
They're quite useful.
Well, I'm only 9 short after being healed.
Okay, yeah, that's like that's you can't get less than that, I don't think.
No, I think the lowest they could get would be like a 5 or 6. Yeah, 5.
Sorry. I had to
When
take
you
the
rolled
t-shirt
those
off. It's too hot.
first dice, John, when you rolled 13d6, I went down to 12.
Yeah.
But obviously,
Sorry. Yeah, I was silly.
I was like,
I
good.
I went for caster level and not spell slot, so it was like it was really high.
Yeah, that's crazy.
But
That was a
I
lot of
should've
fucking
just
damage.
left it. You took care of that thing way too quickly.
I got 4 hits off on it.
Yeah, exactly. I'm gonna have to start giving things more hit points because that was mental.
Oh, well. See, that's the trap I fell into. Because you fuckers kept on, cleaving through every single encounter I put in front of you, and then I amped it up a little bit, and then you all fucking died.
Yeah. It is a narrow line we must tread. Okay. So, following day, you wake up again, fucking hot. The air is just. It's like you constantly have like wet, moist skin because of the heat. Yeah, it's not particularly nice. They do have some shower areas with but the water's not particularly fresh. So even if you try to clean yourself, you don't really feel like you've got much cleaner. So work continues on the ship, of course.
I would like to retry my brewer's thing, please.
I'll go for it, yeah.
After having a rest and be like, right, okay, we're focused. Do not pour boiling water on trousers. There we go. That is our first lesson learned on this. So, let's try that again. 21.
It's much better.
That ain't bad.
Right, so that's
Okay.
the boiling, and yeah. So that's I have now boiled my mash. If you will not take that as a euphemism of any kind, thank you very much. So I'm now prepared. My recipe is prepared. So now I need to filter and add my special ingredient, which in this case is going to be the leftover jar of watered-down ghoul blood that we took from the island.
Oh man.
Oh. Okay.
Why?
Cause let chaos reign.
Chaos Rain.
So, my second attempt, my second roll. 16.
Okay.
So yeah, so obviously that DC is down to you, and I mean brewing time seems to be like an average of about 4 days, between 7, 5, or 3, depending
Okay.
on which one. So I would have pulled this into a bottle, and corked it off, and let it go and see what happens.
Okay. I have made note. I will let you know what you have concocted
Yeah.
next time, I think.
Your blood.
Just wrong.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So, would anybody else like to do something wild and interesting on this fine day?
Are there anybody who's dealt with these snakes before in this encampment? Would I be able to talk to Rickety and see if anybody's written anything down about them? If I could study anything written about them to learn a little bit more? If we're supposed to be looking out for them, or is no one got that far writing down things about them yet?
Now, if you ask around, let me think. Oh, fuck's sake! I need a token. If you ask around, a lot of the people you talk to, they will say this is the first time they've even ever seen one. Most of them have heard of them, but few of them would have actually seen one before, and that should tell you how rare they are around here.
Yeah.
Yeah, and as far as actually finding documentation on something, I think you can forget it. If you're looking for, do you have a specific question?
I'm trying to think of a way of saying it without coming across as metagamey, because I know what they are, but Torrin doesn't.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, it's just I was going to say, well, make an investigation check.
Yeah, she's interested in the thing of them disappearing and then potentially coming back again. Whether it is a summon or whether it is whether it's like summoning Zima, or whether it is a natural thing, or whether they're...
Okay, give me an investigation check.
Okay.
Just to see how well you do at finding someone who can give you some more information.
Fucking nothing. A 7.
Wow.
Damn it. It's one of my best fucking stats too.
Yeah. So, as I said, even the people who have seen one don't really seem to be able to give you any more information on the matter.
I would probably spend a time poking about the remains, then just sort of the fire and whatever is left of the body.
Yeah, not much left. It's
I didn't imagine so.
There's still some charred bone. I think bone needs quite high, consistent heat to completely disintegrate, but most of the rest would be gone.
Yeah. That's fair enough. That's most of what I would end up doing, in the morning at least.
Okay, cool. So as you reach lunchtime-ish, out here on the open bit, they seem to be taking a break, the workers, just after midday, eating a small snack, some fresh fruit, And then you see Rosie brought out by one of the small halflings, and then another one appears, and then they all appear, all 7 of them, and one of them is holding something, and then as you look, you see that they've carved her a wooden leg, a peg leg.
Oh, awesome.
And it kind of like it mirrors like the design of like the head of her fiddle with this
That's cool.
multi-leveled curve design, and they put that on her, and she seems very pleased with it, and it starts walking around now for the first time without having to use a crutch, and a little wobbly at first, but she seems to get the hang of it and is well pleased indeed.
Nice.
And as you stood there watching this,
Yeah,
as you stood there watching this,
Sorry, carry on.
go on.
I was about to say,
Go on.
I heard a lot of banging going on last night, but I just assumed they were having an orgy.
Oh, man.
See? Wasn't that worth pausing for?
Torrin throws a rock at him.
I gotta catch it!
Can you all give me a perception check, please?
Perception.
21. Why couldn't I have had that for the fucking investigation?
21 as well.
Hey!
17.
No, 21!
Wow, 3 21s.
Oh, goodness.
Blackjack!
So then I would say everyone except Lani. As you're watching this, you're not quite sure exactly when you notice it, but you just seem to, at some point you realise there's this like, this kind of low, distant, it's hard to define what it is. Like a
Sound.
it's a moaning, or like a vibration almost, yeah. You definitely hear a sound, like a slight vibration. And your ears are having trouble tracking where this is coming from, and it's slowly getting louder. Lani, at this point, you also start to hear something. Until eventually you think it must be coming from that way, and you turn. And above the jungle, you see like what you assume is like a gigantic flock of birds. This huge, like, writhing mass of small black objects coming at you, almost coming out of the sun. You know what I mean?
Ooh.
Mm-hmm.
So you're slightly blinded, but you can just see this like pulsating wave of things coming closer and closer.
I
Seems like
reckon we should get in the shacks, everyone.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds like an idea. I'm gonna bolt for this one down below me. Just get into a
as
door.
you start like slowly stepping back, and this humming gets louder. And as these things get closer, what you thought were gigantic birds, you now realize are actually gigantic insects.
Oh,
And as they reach the settlement, they suddenly start to bombard and drop down. They swoop in at all angles and start trying to attack and grab workers or anybody they can find in their path.
I'll shout up
People
to
are
the
running
boat.
left and right in all directions.
Yeah, shout up to the boat, get below deck! And then I'm gonna, like, run for this house here.
Okay.
go for this
People
one.
are frantically running in all directions, trying to get some sort of cover. You can see the odd person who wasn't quite fast enough. They get pincered from behind, this giant wasp-like creature clamping at him with his mandibles. Another one is grasped and, in fact, lifted off the ground. It's joined by a second wasp, and these two wasps carry this poor soul, whoever it is, off into the sky.
If I see them doing that while they're fairly close, can I cast something?
I was about to say the same thing, but with my spear.
You could, but I'll just say, as
Oh no.
you see this one guy you see this one guy stuck in the open. He's been running back from the open. He's trying to get to cover, but as he does, suddenly
Oh
a
my!
huge wasp
Whoa!
sweeps down. Another joins him. One has grabbed his leg, the other one's trying to pull him away. And he's looking at you, absolute panic in his eyes.
Can I immediately make a move?
Let's just roll initiative and then...
Okay.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Before we start, Sean, did you draw these yourself?
No?
Did
What?
you? Because they're
No.
really good. Okay.
No, I didn't.
Okay.
I ain't got time for that.
I ain't got time for that.
14.
13.
I can still see my previous one in the
Yeah, I
order.
just realised that.
If you roll it, it'll replace it.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Nathan, you
Goodness.
did that to me.
it's your second natural one of the evening,
Hey.
dude.
Hey, I did not do anything.
You did. You used your youthful influence. You're an influencer. You're an influencer. That's what all the kids are doing these days. If your TikToks and your Instagrams and your
Well,
influencing.
you really have got this old man shit down, haven't you?
Get the hell off my lawn.
Okay. Are we all rolled and ready?
We are indeed.
Well, it would appear the very first creature on the list is actually the one that was still hidden.
Of course.
So,
Where are you, you damn creature?
you must be able to see it by now.
Oh, yeah, I can now.
So, Torrin, you focusing on this worker being pulled left and right simultaneously by these two
Son
giant
of a
wasps.
bitch!
Yeah, fuck it, he's on him.
Ah!
You just hear a buzzing behind you, but turn just in time to see this wasp coming at you. Its stinger
Ah!
curled underneath it, pointing at you. It thrusts in.
Ooh.
Oof.
And rolls a natural 1.
No.
So glad of that.
So it actually, as you dodge out the way, it actually sticks with its stinger into the woodwork of the post that you were standing next to. And it has to frantically pull itself out before it can take flight again. Devvie, that brings us to you.
Right, so I'm going to immediately move directly behind this one, and I'm going to attack it with the cutlass. Now, I don't have a specific item for a cutlass, but I do believe you said that for all intents and purposes it's a short sword. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Scimitar,
Scimitar. Ah, okay.
Yep.
Right.
which I think the only difference is one is slashing, one is piercing.
Okay.
But
Right. Yeah.
but it's counts as a finesse weapon.
Okay. All right. So,
And I believe it's absolutely fine for your sneak attack because it's also light.
yeah. So, right. Right, there it is. Right, scimitar, light, yes. Okay. Oh. Well, that doesn't... no, it doesn't like that. It's saying I only have a +3 to hit with the scimitar instead of +6, so I'm not going to use that. I will...
Why is that?
I don't know.
Martial weapon, is it maybe?
It's martial. Although the short sword that I added and my rapier are all martial, and they are both +6. So I have no
but
idea.
As a rogue, you have proficiency with those specific weapons rather than short sword or
Right.
rather than martial weapons or simple weapons.
Right. Okay. So that would be why. In that case, that's no good for me, and I'm
Oh,
going to
that's
use
a
my
shame.
rapier.
You're not proficient with it.
No, I'm not.
That's a shame.
Yeah, never mind. That's all right.
Can you manually add proficiencies?
You can train for them.
Yeah, I mean like in your app.
like I could probably house rule it, homebrew it. Sorry, but I will not use that for now. Seeing as the short sword is the same stats, essentially, it's just it's piercing instead of slashing. I will use that. Okay, so stabby stab, slashy slash, whatever. That is a 20 to hit.
That will hit.
Okay, so I now do my nasty. That is 7 piercing or slashing damage and 12 sneak attack damage.
Nice.
Okay. That's 19 in
19
total.
altogether.
That brings us to... Okay.
And
Lovely.
bonus action. Let's have a look. If I attack again with my offhand, I don't get sneak attack, right?
No, you don't.
Okay.
I think sneak
You only get
attack's
sneak
once a
attack on one's turn, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm going to use my dagger just to do a offhand attack.
turn.
Nice.
That is a 24 to hit.
It'll be just the damage and not the modifier
Right.
as the offhand.
So it'll just be 1d4.
Yes.
Okay. That's it. 2 extra damage.
Lovely. Okay. So Devvie is slicing and dicing. That brings us to Torrin.
Avoiding the sting, I'm going to dig my heel into the dirt and spin very quickly. And as I turn and my coat flaps, you see me disappear into mist as I cast Misty Step and teleport 30 feet onto the roof up here.
Okay.
Nice.
Nice.
That is a bonus action. There you have that there. And then I will look towards the two that are attacking this poor little bastard, and I'll raise both of my hands and mutter some words as I cast Toll the Dead, targeting both of these as they are within 5 feet of each other. So the first one, as it's taken damage, the one on the left, it needs to make a wisdom save of 16.
Ooh.
18, baby.
It's a dick. And the next one needs to make the same save. It gets different dice because it hasn't been damaged. Of a 16. It
I rolled
fails.
12. So
it takes 5 necrotic damage.
Okay.
As it begins to ooze black out of its face, where I imagine its ears would be, as it hears this unearthly bell inside its skull. I'm just gonna
have ears.
Uh,
You definitely see its wings like vibrating strangely.
Wonderful. So I am 20 feet up. On top of this house. Actually, how tall is the house? That should have been the question, rather.
I think it's only a 1-story building, so
Okay, so maybe like
more like 10 feet.
10 feet. Yeah.
Yeah.
10 feet up on the roof. I'm crouched on the roof, looking out and surveying everything.
Okay.
And that is my turn.
Okay. Devvie, the wasp turns on you,
Of course it does.
stabs with his stinger. So 7.
7 does not hit,
7?
I'm afraid.
7! Lani, that brings us to you.
Lanny's will peer out the building, see what's going on outside, see the destruction that these bees are causing. His eyes flicker red once again. He rages.
Yes.
Yes.
Steps forward to swing them all at this bee's head. He likes aiming for the head. He does it recklessly. For 27.
Oh,
Yep.
Fucking hell.
Nice.
14 damage.
Yep.
He swings around again. Second time. Same flavour. For 16.
16 will hit.
And that will be 15 damage.
Jesus Christ. So, this giant wasp is going to continue trying to pull this guy away. Brings us to Des.
Alright then, I'm going to run forward and I'm going to stab it with my harpoon two-handed.
Mm-hmm.
23.
That will hit.
Indeed. Okay, so second attack, same again. Harpoon two-handed. 12.
12 will not hit, I'm afraid.
Okay, and I'm going to spend a key point to do a flurry of blows.
Okay.
For this as well. 23 for the first. It's 9 points of bludgeoning, and then 11, which is going to miss, isn't it? So.
That's actually still enough, though, to
Nice.
put it down.
Yep.
First drops.
Yeah.
Nice one, brother.
That's your turn?
Thank you, bruv.
Is that your turn?
That's my turn, yep.
Okay.
Oh, actually. Oh, sorry, hold on. No, it's not, because. So, what was that? 5, 10, that's 15 feet of movement.
Mm-hmm.
Having killed this one, I will then use the extra 10 feet that I've got. And come down here. So I'm now engaged with it, so if it tries to get away, I'll get attack of opportunity.
Okay. So that brings us to this wasp. And yeah, Lani is right there. He just hit him, so I guess he's going to go for Lani.
22. Yeah. Yeah.
So you take 8 piercing damage, and I need a Constitution save, please.
Yeah. Gonna say that will be 17.
Nice.
Then you are able to shrug off the effects of the poison.
Half damage.
Sorry,
Right.
half. Yeah.
So half of 15.
Half as
so
much.
7 plus the 8. So half
yeah,
of
we're
8.
right.
Half of 8 is 4. So 4 plus 7. 11.
Do you take half again?
I take half of the piercing.
Yeah.
So I take half of 4.
Yeah,
I take half of 8. But I only take.
I mean, the poison.
But because I saved, I will take half of 15.
Yeah, but does that get halved again?
No,
Because
because
of
it's
your-
only piercing, bludgeoning, and slashing. He takes half damage on 3.
Is it?
Yep.
Yeah, if I'm a bear
Well, it was
totem, I'm not. I'm a shot.
okay.
Yeah,
Sharp.
it's
True,
a
true.
type of totem rather than just totem
Yeah.
as a whole.
True. Very true. Okay. Devvie.
Alright, so. Looking over, I can see that Lani is absolutely smashing the shit out of that giant wasp over there. I probably don't need to worry about it. But this poor bloke over here is obviously in a spot of bother. So, let's have a look. How far? Oh, yeah, cool. So, yeah, of course, Dev's just going to go up to here. And because it's engaged with 2 individuals, it has sneak pulse. Yeah. So, hey, where's my... Whoa! Something's going on, and I can't see any of my shit.
You have 18 to hit on your short sword.
What? Where did these... Oh, I see. Okay. Right. I understand what's happening now. Sorry, because I had to swap screens, and then these 2 rolls happened after mine. Alright, yeah, 18 to hit.
18 won't hit.
It won't.
Will.
It will.
Will.
Okay,
Will
sorry. I've got the music a bit loud. Maybe I should turn it down.
So that's 19 total?
That is 19 total on that, yes.
Okay.
Just turning that down slightly. Okay. Yeah, so 19 total, and yeah, I'm going to make another offhand with my dagger.
Okay.
Come on. Dagger. Oh, here we go. So that's...
That misses.
That misses, okay. And I also pressed the wrong button and it rolled all of that stuff as well, so... But it doesn't matter, so it misses anyway. Okay.
No worries.
Yeah, that's me done. Thank you.
Okay, Torrin?
I will see the both of these wasps are engaged fairly well. I'm going to place a hand on my chest, and I'm going to cast Mage Armor, so the black shadows cover my body and then dissipate as the magical armor envelops me, raising my AC a little bit.
Okay. Are you?
That is my action. Do I have a bonus action that I can do? No. That did clear up of that one. Yep, that's me. Can I use my bonus action to see if there's any more threats coming near us? Or would you say that's an action?
Yeah, okay.
Steve?
Give me a... Nah, I'd say perception. Perception, just look around. I'll allow that as a bonus action.
Okay. 14.
I'm going to say you see another one behind you.
Ah, shit.
Swooping dangerously close, focused in your direction. But if that's you, we're going to move on to Lani.
I will just shout as quickly as I can. There's more incoming! Watch out! I'll turn to face it.
Lani turns to the wasp in front of him, just attacked him, just stung him a little bit, shrugs it off and says, "You know, they call me Captain Skull Crusher." And he will swing out with them all once again, recklessly. For 27!
Yeah.
12,
Okay,
13 points of damage.
That one's dead.
And having kind of heard Torrin, but seeing in the distance the wasp swooping down, he will gonna run to there.
Yeah, I was going to say, before you get too close, looking at it, it's too high off the ground for you to reach it currently.
How high do you reckon?
20 foot?
Okay, cool. Happy with that. So, I'll go one step closer just to make sure. As Lani runs over, he stows them all, pulls out the boarding pike of repelling, and sends the pike and attacks with the pike towards the wasp.
Very nice.
Now, hopefully this will work. Recklessly.
Oh.
He'll come up as more, but a 27 to hit.
Whew.
Now, that was the one from before, I think.
Yeah,
no,
it's come up low.
Or 22.
Oh, it's come up below. 22 to hit.
Yep,
Come
that
up.
hits.
17 piercing.
17 piercing damage.
Okay.
Skewered the fucking thing.
So as this was swooping in, obviously making a beeline towards
Oh.
Torrin.
I, for one, appreciate it, and I applaud the dad joke.
I'm the only one without kids here. Fucking hell.
Anyway, you skewer this thing from below, almost stop it in its tracks. Stopping it from getting any
and
closer to Torrin.
That will end my turn.
Super. Okay, this wasp here is going to let go of the guy he's trying to pull off, and will now. He's going to go for you, Devvie.
Uh-huh. A 10 does not
10
hit.
It's not going to hit, is it?
Nope.
Okay. And
Parry.
Desi, that brings us to you.
Okay. Sorry, I'm just attempting to fix Rich's macro. Okay, yeah. So stabby stab with the stab, with the stabby and the stabbing, and the sticky stab, and the. In fact, I'm gonna shift my way into the water because it's not very deep here, is it? Is it just in the?
Nah, waist.
Okay,
Most,
yes.
most, not even up to your waist.
Oh, so yeah,
Yeah.
I shall move around the back to get advantage on my attacks.
Mm-hmm.
And stabby stab. Not great. Oh, in fact, no. Okay, 19.
19 will hit.
All right, so that's 8 piercing.
Mm-hmm.
And then again.
Dan.
24.
Yes,
7 piercing.
that is enough to
Okay.
Yay.
dispose of it.
Stab,
Skewer.
And
So
I still have some
just-
movement. Will I have noticed what was going on over there? Oh, there's no one there anyway. Hi.
Oh god. Oh god.
Is that one flying or is it landed?
That's about. It's swooping in again. As long as it's like 10 foot off the ground.
In that case, as I have movement still, I shall walk forward to meet it.
Okay. It is its turn, so it is going to directly come to meet you. And as you meet together, it rolls a 30.
And this is
I'm not rolling very good today, am I?
That's fine with
Not
us.
at all.
Yeah, we're okay with that.
That one's dead. That means it's Devvie's turn.
Fine.
Yep.
Okay.
I accidentally clicked to the next person, but it is your turn.
Okay, yeah, so I've seen this Mama Jamma over here. And I am going to, seeing as I don't have special conditions yet, I am going to use my bonus action to use Insightful Fighting, so please make a deception check against my insight. Which is 12.
Deception.
Oh wow, minus 2.
Minus 2.
Amazing. Alright, so
Wow.
I now have
Wow.
sneak attack on this thing regardless of the conditions. Yeah, so here we go with 25. Does that hit?
That will hit.
If it doesn't, I'm fucking leaving.
6 normal damage, 6 sneak attack damage.
Yep, noted. So, is that you?
What's that?
Yeah.
Is that
Oh,
that
yeah,
you?
yeah, sorry. Yes.
Or you want an
that-
offhand?
that is-
Got an offhand?
Use
no, I
the
used
bonus.
my bonus to.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
but I do have some more movement because I only moved 10. Yeah. So I am going to remain engaged with it and move here. So hopefully that helps my brother.
Yeah, I'll say for large creatures that counts.
Okay, cool. And that is my movement. That's my turn.
Torrin, you're up. Lani, you're next.
Alrighty then. As this darkness swirls around her and then dissipates, she's then going to pull the diamond out of her pocket and begin to spin it between her hands as she goes for Old Faithful. And a ball of black lightning flies from the diamond, casting at level 2 a chromatic orb. And that is going at this point. 19 to hit.
A 19 will hit.
20 lightning damage.
20 lightning damage.
Yes.
Wizards!
That is enough.
Oof.
So this thing is spiked on Lani's pike. And as it's hanging there, it gets absolutely frazzled. And that is enough to actually completely kill it.
Wonderful. Just fry the bastard on the pike.
Yeah, it's now on this pike, like smoking and.
Can we do a tag team action on this? Taste the flavour. As it's flying forward, I've skewered it. Torrin shoots it with the orb, and can I, if you'll let me, just keep it going and smash it into the floor?
Yeah, I mean it's already dead. But sure.
Yeah. So
Sure.
just
I mean,
like
it's your turn. It's your turn now, anyway. Yeah.
yeah. So almost like a long jumper where the pole slightly bends, but then the weight of it smashes it completely onto the floor. The other side of me, 20 foot away.
It's using its momentum to fling
hell
it.
yeah, hell yeah.
I love it.
Nice.
It's fucked. That's so good.
Okay. So Lani, it is your turn now. The pike would actually retract at this point, though. So after you smashed it,
Would that have been an action to?
it
Round.
retracts itself.
Okay.
It retracts itself.
So I will turn. Just have you see the others, and Lani's just going to think he's still raging, so he's just going to think he's just going to attack. And right, yeah, I can make that. I will action dash to get also into melee to be next to Des.
Okay.
Nice.
Mate,
And I have 40 feet of movement, so double action.
Lovely.
Cool. And that will end my turn.
Okay, this wasp. I think I've attacked you yet, Desi, have I?
I
I'm
don't
gonna go
believe so.
for Des.
Ooh,
Oh, it's a hit, I believe.
I think you're right. Yes, that will hit.
19. So 8 piercing damage, and I need a Constitution saving throw, please.
Try to get the excitement out of your voice, please.
I finally hit something.
That'll be a 21.
I don't see anything.
Yeah.
No. Did you roll?
I didn't get that roll either.
Oh, I'm talking to myself. Damn it, because I was sorting out this macro. I'll send you a screenshot to prove I'm not lying. It's there, I promise.
Get it in about 5 minutes.
Okay.
It's in Discord.
Okay.
There you go.
Okay. Okay.
Right, let me take
It
off
is.
still
It
take
is
8 points.
indeed a 21. With the
You
words
still take
talking
8
to
points.
yourself.
Yeah.
8 points of poison damage, though,
Let me just turn this off.
as it seeps into your muscles, stiffening them. that one's deed. It is now your turn, Des.
Okay, hold on. There we go. No longer talking to myself. Wonderful. Okay,
Lovely.
so stabby with the stab.
Mm-hmm.
That's going to miss. 11.
That does miss, yeah.
Second one. Natural 20!
Nice.
But it's a shit roll though. So, but it's that's 12.
Great.
12 points of piercing damage,
12, nice, still. Okay.
and
Nice.
then a unarmed strike. Watch out! That's a 25.
Oh.
That's
20 and 90.
7 points of bludgeoning.
Okay. This wasp is looking pretty fucked up. Devvie?
Yeah, well,
Stab it in the butt.
yeah. Stab it in the bum. Or not.
Advantage.
I'm
Pretty sure you
guess-
should have advantage. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Let me try that
Do
again.
that again.
That's a bit better.
21.
Hey, there we go.
So 6 slashing damage, 10 sneak attack damage, 16 altogether.
Lovely. Tell me how you do it.
So I can see it like readying its sting to act, and I basically with my offhand I kind of drop a dagger, grab the sting with my hand, and then I yank the body back. As I yank the body back, I stab with my main blade right up into the abdomen. And then as it goes limp, I rip the stinger free.
Nice.
So, yeah. Boom.
Nice. And with that, the last wasp seems to fall. The others have either now, like, in the distance, they seem to have, the swarm seems to have left and is headed back to the horizon.
I'm getting the
There are
idea. This is not a very safe place to be.
No, this is becoming a bit of a pain now, isn't it?
What's next? No.
This is not a fun place.
I mean, I thought it was quite fun.
Yeah, I mean, I've got to disagree with you a little bit there. I mean, you know, smashing bugs and snake women faces. I mean, you know, I've had worse times.
I mean,
Go over to here. Is this guy still alive? I think Lanny had the same idea.
Is he pinned under the wasp?
So at this point, all the workers now who are hiding in various places all around are slowly starting to stick out their heads, seeing that the coast is clear. A couple are injured, and the rest start looking around, checking everything's fine, and in fact, looking for the odd member of their team that aren't anywhere to be seen. As I said, you saw at least one or two people being carried off into the sky.
is it any of ours or just theirs?
You didn't see any of your crew get taken off.
I'm going to cast Thaumaturgy and sound the bell
Okay.
so the crew know. Assemble here now.
Yeah. With that, the crew do come running out. Some already have weapons drawn, or obviously just been used. I mean, this attack had seemed to envelop the entire village. And your crew, for the most part, it seems, actually help defend it. They amass at this section, and you can see, just by glancing quickly, that they do all seem to be there.
I'll shout out to them. Is everyone whole? No
There's-
bits missing. No bits falling off.
There's some nods and everything's okay. Sagava points to his friend and says, "Oh, he got stung, but I think he will be fine." You can see him
Sandara,
holding his. Oh, Sandara's here. Yeah.
can you
Sandara rushes over.
Yeah, I'll point to the Rahadumi.
Yeah.
Can you deal with that, please? Thank you. And I'm
She
just scanning all of our crew, just making a mental head count of everybody.
She goes through all of you now, asking, "Is everyone okay? Does anyone need some healing?"
Actually, yeah, I've got a bit of an hole. Yeah. Sting hole. Stings a bit.
Here you go.
In a sting hole. Oh, very much.
She makes a point, come up to you, Lani. Lani, do you need some?
No, Sandara, I'm okay. I'm okay today.
You
I just
sure?
got one lip sting. I'm good. I could take that.
Sure.
Oh, yeah, I'm
Okay.
okay.
All right. Anybody else?
I don't know. I think Lanny looks a bit tense. Maybe you could. I don't know. Give him a bit of a massage later on or something.
Oh, we can see about that.
With that, Laniakea steps over and offers a hand up to Torrin to help her down.
Good teamwork, Torrin. Do you want a hand?
Yeah, I'd appreciate it. Thank you. I'm still scanning the sky at the moment, looking for any stragglers. Bearing in mind that I know what my 90-foot range is.
Mm-hmm.
So if there is anything in my range, I would fire a blast at it.
Okay. If you look up into the sky, as I said, you don't see any more. You can just see the swarm in the distance now. It's obviously moved on. You do see Rickety huffing and puffing towards your group now. He's like, "What the bloody..." He's looking around at the dead wasps. There's,
No.
as I said, a couple of injured people laying on the ground.
Not another
The
normal
bloody
occurrence.
hell? No,
Not another normal
I don't
occurrence. No.
No, not at all. And then as he reaches this point, like at the group, he suddenly stops, and you see him looking out onto the water, and he's almost frozen still. His eyes are wide, and he's like, "What the fuck?" And if you turn, you see a ship.
Oh.
A large galleon
Oh.
No.
has entered the estuary. And you can see on ship, it would seem that some of them are boarding a jolly boat. So they're starting to lower into the water.
Do we recognise this ship?
Mm-hmm.
Give me a intelligence. I'll actually take a history check on this.
History.
I'll throw a history check in there.
Yeah, there it is.
Natural one.
22.
Natural 20.
Oh, nice.
Okay. Des, you have no fucking idea. Devvie?
That's definitely a boat.
Yes!
Wow.
2 ones! 2
Yeah.
ones and 2 22s.
Lanny, you're just like, "Oh, that's a bloody big boat."
That's a boat.
You've never
that
seen
is.
one like this. I said, "This is a galleon. It's bigger than your ship." Des, you have no clue. Devvie, you have a bit of a finer eye for this sort of thing.
Mm-hmm.
And Torrin, with your background, you would also recognise this a little bit. This ship seems to be of Chalaxian make.
Chillaxian.
Now, yes, Chalaxia is a country to the north, which I'm going to describe as a little bit like the Spanish Inquisition.
All right. Okay.
Did we expect them?
No, nobody does.
I don't think you were expecting them now. Now, Torrin, your home port
Yes.
is run by an ex-naval officer from Chilaxia, who has now no more dealings with them. In fact, they're looking for him. But he has brought a lot of his culture to that port, so the fashion of the ships is very noticeable to you.
Yeah.
You know, Chilaxians fucking hate pirates. They have a very large trading industry, and to get from the North Continent to the South Continent, you basically have to pass the Shackles. So piracy is a real pain in their ass, and they have tried to wage war with the pirates many a times over the last 100 years. Never really truly been successful. But anyway, you see the ship, and Torrin and Devvie, you know from looking at the style, this is most probably a Chilaxian ship.
Lanny, put me on the roof. Put me back on the roof. Put me back on the roof.
You see Rickety's crew, his team now have seen this, and they're like, you can see them like, oh fuck, what's going on? And they're running around. You actually now see some of more of the larger men on Rickety's team are appearing with weapons. And by now this jolly boat has left the galleon and is heading towards the dock. And you can see at least 6 or 7 men inside.
Put me on the roof. Put me on the roof. I presume Lanny is going to listen to this, and I'm going to get onto the roof again. As he's lifting me, I'm going to relay this information. That's a Chilaxian vessel. They hate pirates. This is going to be, if they realize we're pirates and they are looking for a fight, this is going to be bloody and quick. And then I'm going to shout to all of our crew, to arms, everybody, to arms, hold for the captain's signal. Do not attack unless provoked.
Rickety seems to be a slight panic on. He's like, no, this can't be, no. Oh, fuck. Oh. And he doesn't know whether to go forward or go back, and you can see he's a little bit distressed.
See,
at this point,
sort your fucking shit out, mate.
He decides maybe he needs to do something, and you see him walking towards the dock. At this point, the jolly boat has now reached. Let's say they've reached here.
Okay.
Where this boat is.
Dev's going to follow him, and he's going to be kind of like 10 paces behind him. He's going to sheath his weapons, but be on his guard.
That's Rickety here.
Okay.
So you guys can place yourselves wherever you want.
I'm on my roof here, crouched up here, watching everything. I'm just going to be watching, but I'm going to have Zima. I'm going to ask Zima to fly and perch on this ship mast over here.
Okay.
Just sort of sitting in the rigging, just above them.
Okay.
A DM, how much does one of these wasps weigh?
It's a large creature, but it's a wasp. 40 kilos. Do you want that in pounds?
Kilos is easy. I can lift 40, so Des should have no problem.
I'm going to nonchalantly, as nonchalantly as you can in this situation, just sling one over my shoulder as we as they approach. I'm just going to be stood there with a giant dead wasp over my shoulder, standing there.
Okay.
Maintaining eye contact.
You staying where you are, yeah?
No, I'm gonna walk down, grab that one next to me, and just stand next to my brother near Rickety. Just stand here, wasp over shoulder, glaring.
Okay, so these men, they're starting to jump up onto the dock. And looking at them now, I don't know what you're expecting, but they almost look more very casual, loose clothing, not military or anything.
Not Chilaxian?
No, looking now, you can see this is obviously not Chilaxian. In fact, if anything, these seem more piratey than anything else.
They've taken a Chilaxian vessel.
The last figure emerges, stands up. You can see this man. He's got brown hair and a ponytail. He has actually a peg leg, but the most obvious thing, he has this huge grey-blue greatcoat, but with obvious gold-coloured embroidery around the wrists and the collar with buttons, and immediately gives the impression of a military garb.
I presume there are crew sort of underneath this house where I am, sort of here.
Yeah.
I will just say to them, hold. Just reiterate that. Hold and wait for the captain's order.
As they kind of get off the boat and onto the pier, they look at you and they sense this tense atmosphere, and then suddenly you see the men put their hands to their weapons and they almost form like a defensive circle around this figure in the greatcoat. And that's where we'll end tonight's session.
Oh my god, no! No, you're not allowed to do that! I hate you. You keep doing this fucking cliffhanger bollocks.
I know.
Yeah, it's perfect.
Ah!
Great.
Very well paced.
Ah! I love you and I hate you, Sean.
Oh, wow.
That's awesome.
We'll have to see what happens next week, won't we then?
Oh, shit.
Excelente.
So,
Oh, shit.
Dan, you want to take us out?
Yes. I prepared. I'm ready. I did not go AFK. I'm here. So, thank you, everybody, for watching. Obviously, don't forget to follow us on whatever social platform is most good for you. Words. We are TNT Nerds on Twitter, Facebook, and Twitch, and on Instagram we are TNT_Nerds for reasons. We actually have our monthly Twitch live stream now. We're doing the Nexus Championship League. The next one coming up is the 2nd of September, but it's going to be the first Thursday of every month starting next month. And each Nexus Championship League that we do, we're going to be having a guest on. The first one we had our good friend Vicky, and she actually won. So she has to come back. She's coming back this next time to defend her title as Pixie Scrufflebutt. So please join us for that on the 2nd of September, and it's going to be, what is it, 8 o'clock or 8:15, guys? I can't remember.
I believe we said it was going to be 8.
8 o'clock, yeah. So, 8 o'clock UK time. So, we're in BST at the moment. So that's confusing for everyone. So, please join us then. But until then, don't be a dick.
Don't be a dick.
Don't be a dick, indeed.
See you later.
Cheers, guys. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.